welcome back to the Uncut Reviewer. We are today talking about Stranger Things Season 5, Volume 1, which has just dropped past Thursday there. And yeah, it's a bit mid. To be fair, there is going to be spoilers in this review as we go through all the talking points from the first episodes, the reveals, the twists, the character arcs, and what we think about those. So, chapter 1 starts off. Will Byers starts to actually develop his character a bit. So, we open up with a season 1 flashback. Will wasn't just taken by the Demogorgon in season 1, he was taken straight to Vecna. Vecna then hooked him up to the upside down tentacle machine and basically injected him with some kind of dark magic. That's why Will has been connected to the hive mind this whole time. In the episodes, we sort of see that connection evolve. He can see through the Demogorgons. He can sense Vecna's presence leading up to where he can eventually control the creatures by unlocking the powers of gayness.
Why are you gay?
Little bit more than that as we go on. It is the biggest shift in his character since season 1. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with Will having more of an outstanding role since those early days. I do find big question marks over how he got the powers. But hey ho, we go on and we will discuss that more. But basically that sort of sums up chapter 1. It's a bit, yeah. It's okay, the visuals are great as usual, as you would expect. I love the show in general. It's not bad the whole season by any means. If you've been watching Stranger Things, it's not going to put you off. But it is very much the sort of Netflix playbook. So, chapter 2 / episode 2, we see Holly Wheeler get snatched. She's been talking to Vecna, aka Mr. Whatsit, who's been coming to the children throughout the show and convincing them that he's going to protect them from the monsters. This is, for me, done pretty well. It's got like, I don't know if you ever watched the TV series of Goosebumps, it's got that kind of effect and feel. So she's taken to by Vecna in season 2, and it's pretty brutal. In the end, I think they do this part really well. So Will in this episode realises that his visions were actually from Holly's perspective, confirming that he's sort of tapped into the hive mind. Well done here. This is pretty well done. This is as you sort of expect. The show's works pretty well. Which leads us on nicely to chapter 3. So the military believes 11 is behind the missing kids, and they're using a psychic frequency weapon that can knock her powers out. We meet a new villain, Dr. K, who's played by Linda Hamilton, who is basically Dr. Brenner 2.0 with a Terminator haircut and super butch woman vibes, major girl boss vibes. It's fine. I don't mind it. If you want to go for that, go for that. I've no problem here. So Hopper and 11, who are in, at this point, the Upside Down together, they infiltrate the base. They find out the military has a base that's set up in the Upside Down. They've been trying to break through a wall where it appears, we still don't know, that Vecna has taken the children and abducted them behind this wall, which we can't see. So it's sort of locked. The big question is really here: are humans out to become just as dangerous as the Upside Down? Yeah, it is what it is. It's a bit of a yeah episode, sort of building the story. Chapter 4, I think we start to spicy up. We have the children who have been abducted and taken to a military base where their parents don't actually care. They've came at the dead of night and just abducted everyone's children. No one's really bothered that this is happening. They just give their kids away. They don't really care. Don't ask too many questions. Yeah, just take the kids. And the reason of taking the kids is because they're trying to protect them from what I presume is Vecna, who is trying to take the kids and put them into this machine, which for whatever reason we still don't know why he needs that to happen, which leads to Will and the gang trying to break out these children from the military base, which lo and behold, they've built tunnels that lead directly underneath the military base. Shocker.
Coincidence? I think not!
The whole time we have this sort of festering, and the reason I need to feel it's important to tell you about this part is so that I can set you up for the rest of it. So earlier on in the chapters, Will discovers that one of the characters, whose name I cannot actually remember, she's like the new girl sort of thing, is gay. He discovers in the hospital that she is gay in the hospital by seeing her kissing some hospital nurse, attendant person, and having this close relationship, which is, again, it's fine. We're fine there. And he starts to ask as this episode's go on how she knew that they wanted this, and we get this whole winded story of looks and touch and feel and all the typical sort of build up to your standard Netflix homoerotic scene coming up. And yeah, this sort of takes away from the show for me, because this has been done in every show. They ruined The Witcher with it. They made the Witcher characters unbearable.
Hey, sir! Time to ride!
They've not quite got to that level yet here, but we still have quite a bit to go for season 5. This is only the first 4 episodes. So anyway, on episode 4, the Demogorgons come for the kids. They're attacking, the gang's in there, and it's a bloodbath. They're destroying the military, trying to take the kids, as they've sort of been doing throughout the whole show, taking the kids, take them then to Mr. What's-It, who makes them believe that he's going to keep them safe, and they're all sort of wanting to go. So as this is going on, the military are getting ripped apart. Visuals really good. And then they get a flamethrower in one of the Demogorgons. Demogorgon starts to shut down, and it's because they're all connected. When they're burning one, they're burning them all. So all the Demogorgons are sort of, which would appear, being defeated. And then Vecna appears, and we have the first real visual of Vecna in his like demonic sort of form. We've been seeing him as a human Mr. What's-It character, and we get a pretty cool scene where he's like kicking ass, basically kicking ass as you would like, as you would expect. Show's going well, and then he grabs Will Byers and he tells Will the reason that he chose him at season 1 to abduct and why he's choosing the children is because they're weak and easy to mould. And it's pretty cool scene. And then the Demogorgons, after Vecna disappears, start ripping everyone apart. They are just about to kill the full gang, basically. Everyone's about to be dead. And then Will remembers a conversation he had with the girl who is gay about being comfortable with your sexuality, which is sort of this conversation playing out in his head. And maybe they don't use the word sexuality, but basically what they're insinuating is if he's comfortable in his own skin by being gay, then it'll unlock some pretty magic gay powers where he can control the Demogorgons,
You are gay.
stop the attacks, and basically have similar powers to Eleven. So Will destroys all the Demogorgons with his new found gay powers. Is the fairest way to say it. I don't see why we had to go there at all. Can we not just have one show without this sort of stuff? It's fine if you want to have it, if you want to have gay characters and things like that. But just a personal belief of mine, and it is simply a personal belief. I'm very much each to their own. Do as you please. However, I would really like us to sort of not have it in every show. It completely destroyed The Witcher. And we are on season 5, with 4 episodes in, and I didn't hate the show. I think it was very mid. Probably if I had to rank it in terms of the seasons we've seen previously, I would say it's about a 3 out of 5. 3 stars out of 5 for me. Would I have still continued to watch Stranger Things if this was the season 1? Yes. I don't think it's a bad show. I think a lot of visuals are done very well. I just think some of the build-up, some of the plot lines, some of the natural adaptation of the story didn't work very well. Like, they're taking the kids in the middle of the night and, like, no one cares. Very poor writing and those sort of things. And I would like to know what you think. I didn't hate it, didn't love it. Very mid. I'm a Stranger Things fan. I'm going to continue to do that. I just hope we don't get Witchered, is my worry after what I've seen there. The Witcher obviously crashed and burned by running these things into people's faces. I think where this won't happen with Stranger Things, because we are sort of coming to the end of Stranger Things and they've left it to the last episodes, the last season. So are they going to just like brutalise us in the last season and leave you a bad taste in your mouth? Hopefully not. We will continue and we will be back when the next volume of episodes release. But do remember to subscribe to the channel, let me know your thoughts. We are on our first review and we're going to be doing a lot more different things. And obviously coming back to this one. It was very, yeah.